6 continues now.
Welcome back. This dog is recovering from severe burns to his paws. We've all heard the stories of dogs burning their paws on hot pavement, but one local animal hospital is now weighing in, say this is nothing to mess around with. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Jane McCarthy. The dog was injured while out on a walk in Medical Lake. It was so bad, much of the pads on his paws were burned off. KREM 2's Taylor Vito shows us what happened.
And we do want to warn you, this next story has some strong images of the dog's injuries.
Now, this is the parking lot to the trailhead where veterinarians believe this owner took their dog on a walk a couple of weeks ago. And I want you to take a look. It's not even pavement or asphalt on this parking lot. It's just all these different rocks. You can bet they get hot, though, and potentially cause things like this. Take a look. That was the paw of poor Olaf the Golden Retriever. There he is after getting some treatment at Medical Lake Veterinary Hospital.
Emotionally, of course, you feel for them. They can't really speak to us.
Now, it was earlier this month when Olaf's owner took him on a mile-long walk on the fish trap trail and then started to notice that his paws were bloody. They rushed the pooch here and noticed that the poor guy's paw burns were so bad it had exposed raw muscle. The good news, Olaf is recovering. Here's a recent photo of his paws. But the message from vets remains clear. It's mighty hot out. Watch the pooch on the pavement.
Keep a close eye on your dogs. Try to know any differences in their behavior.
That can include whining or limping. Your dog might not even want to walk at all.
But also they could be trying to drag you onto the grass. That is a sign that the sidewalk is too warm, too hot in the temperature and burning their pads.
Check those paws frequently, vets say. Try walking at cooler times, like in the morning or evening. Then there are options like these dog booties, if your pup doesn't mind them. But be careful. Vets here say those could cause your dog to overheat. But always remember Olaf this summer. Staff at Medical Lake Vet Hospital say his owners are very loving and caring, and they're sharing their story to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. In Spokane County, Taylor Vito, KREM 2 News.
Yeah, I wanted to step outside and show you just how much the blacktop temperature can differ from the air temperature, even on a cool day. So I borrowed this laser thermometer from our engineering department. The temperature outside right now, about 65 degrees in Spokane. But if I point this laser thermometer at the ground, you can see blacktop's about 80 degrees. And today's pretty mild, but what about a really hot day? We put this thermometer to the test last August. It was in the 90s in Spokane, but the parking lot temperature was over 140 degrees. So here's what veterinarians say you should do to make sure the blacktop's not too hot for your dog. They say place the back of your hand on the blacktop, and if you can hold it there for 5 seconds, then it's not too hot for your dog.
I like that. Okay, so tonight the big concern is not the heat, it's the wind. A red flag warning in effect for a large portion of our area. Thomas Patrick is tracking that. Also, we had some hail, Thomas.
Yeah, kind of a two-sided story for two different parts of the inland Northwest. I will start with the red flag warning, and you hit it right on the nose, Jane. It's not the heat, it's the wind, a common misconception when it comes to red flag warnings. Dry and windy conditions out in the Columbia Basin creating critical fire weather conditions. That means if we see any kind of brush fires, they could spread quickly, but thankfully we had one that was put out even faster yet. So good job by the fire crews out in the basin earlier today. So what that red flag warning means, it's windy and it's dry. In fact, we can see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour before the evening is through. Ideal for wildfire growth. No active fires at the moment, but if there is one, you need to make sure to listen to your emergency manager officials for any evacuation orders. We are not at that level for today. As of right now in Spokane, 61 mostly cloudy skies because we have some passing showers. Heavy downpour right at 5:30 is now moving over Coeur d'Alene right now. So let's pause Doppler radar, show you that. Yeah, Coeur d'Alene and the Hayden areas seeing the heaviest rain at the moment. This one doesn't look like it has any more lightning associated with it, but just keep your eyes to the sky if you are heading out and about for dinner this evening. This Friday is the first day of summer solstice welcoming us in at 8:54 a.m. It's the longest day and the shortest night at 16 hours and 8 hours respectively. The weather should follow suit, but shouldn't be too extreme. So we'll give you a first look at what summer has in store for us, at least on those first couple days. That in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Thomas. Thank you very much. Several Boeing 737 MAX 8 jets are parked on the runway at the Grant County Airport in Moses Lake. The planes were grounded following two deadly crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia. 346 people were killed in those crashes. Boeing owns property at the Grant County Airport, and right now they are storing at least 6 planes there. Well, today, current and former pilots testified before a House panel looking into Boeing and the 737 MAX 8.
That includes retired pilot Captain Sully Sullenberger. You may remember he's the one who made that emergency landing on the Hudson River. He says pilots should be required to get new simulator training before the plane returns to service.
I can tell you firsthand that the startle factor is real. And it's huge. We should all want pilots to experience these challenging situations for the first time in a simulator and not in flight with passengers and crew on board.
The CEO of Boeing again apologized for the crashes. He did that this week. Investigators say a problem with the flight control system forced down the nose of the planes and then wouldn't allow pilots to regain control. The FAA is now reviewing changes Boeing engineers made to the software system. Well, the city of Spokane is asking for your help in renaming the East Central Community Center. The Martin Luther King Jr. Family Outreach Center moved into that building last year.
With the new tenant comes a new identity for the building that houses so many community services. KREM 2's Alexa Block shows us the options and how you could be part of choosing the new name.
The East Central Community Center is the permanent home for the Martin Luther King Outreach Center. And now the city wants your help in giving it a new name. Within this building, so many people get what they need. Children learn, families are fed, and the community around it grows stronger each day. The Martin Luther King Family Outreach Center relocated to this building last year. There's a food bank, summer youth academy, and so much more. The center just got the approval to begin renovating the building to be able to move the kids from their old location into the new one. With all these changes happening, more changes could be coming. According to the city of Spokane, the center's management asked to rename the center the Martin Luther King Jr. Family Outreach Center. Before the name can be changed, the city has to take it to the public for a vote. There are 7 options, many of them representing prominent figures or places in the Spokane community. The options include the Lydia Sims Community Center, the Peter Barrow Community Center, Emmett Holmes Community Center, Liberty Community Center, Underhill Community Center, the Martin Luther King Jr. Outreach Center, and the East Central Community Center. Now you can head to the city's website to cast your vote on the new name from the options that they have online, and you have until Friday. In Spokane, Alexa Block, KREM 2 News.
In other news, Facebook just launched a new cryptocurrency. You might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't Bitcoin fizzle out pretty fast? Well, here's why the company says this could be different.
It's called Libra, and it's backed by real money like the dollar, euro, and yen. The company says their goal is to create an alternative financial system that goes around traditional banking. It will allow people to send money as easily as sending a text. Now, you're probably thinking, that sounds like Venmo. Facebook says this will be accessible to people who aren't able to get bank accounts. They say it would be helpful to about 1.7 billion adults, mainly in developing countries. They're also partnering with big companies like Visa, Uber, and PayPal to launch a nonprofit to oversee all of this.
And earlier tonight, we asked you, would you trust Facebook with your money? And right now, 96% of those of you who've responded say no.
Yeah, they got some work to do, perhaps.
A little image work.
By the way, don't stop voting in our poll. We'll share your take on the idea coming up after the break. Plus, it is called The Art of Alzheimer's. A powerful exhibit hopes to change the way we view dementia.